Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. What I want to talk about is my favorite eyeliners, as well as show you how I like to apply my eyeliner, since I feel like the drugstore has a million different eyeliners. Sephora, Ulta, there's so many different styles. You can use a gel, you can use a pencil liner, you can use a liquid liner, and so I just wanted to go over some of the favorites and ones that I really enjoy. The main things that I'm looking for with eyeliner is ease of application. I don't want a pencil that's going to drag or skip or pull across the eye. I want something that I can just pretty much do like one stroke and it's going to go on, and it's going to have a lot of pigmentation and just be really easy to work with. I also want something that's very true to color and that's going to stay true to color. I can remember years back I had a black eyeliner, but when it would fade and it'd be on my eyes, it would almost look blue. And I actually had people ask if I was wearing blue eyeliner, but it was just the black that would just fade. It's the same thing. Sometimes they can almost look gray after they've been on for a while. So I want something that's going to stay true to the color that it is, be really strong, really pigmented. And also I want something that isn't going to smudge and kind of come down here underneath my eye. So those are the things that I look for. I have quite a selection here of just pencils, gels, liquid liners, so let's get into it. I purposely already did all my face. All that's missing is my lashes and eyeliner, so that way that I can kind of show you how I like to apply them. First off that I'm going to show you are my liquid liners. These are what I love the most for my upper lash line. It's the easiest to apply. I also love, after I have applied my false lashes, to go over it with a liquid liner. Just glides right over the top of that band. That way that it all just blends in seamlessly. The best part is all of these, I think almost all of them, are all drugstore. Yeah, they're all drugstore, which is awesome. So very affordable. This one you guys have seen me talk about on my channel before. This is the LA Colors liquid liner. I just have this in the basic black shade. It is a brush tip. Almost looks like a felt tip because all of the bristles on that brush all go together. They all stay together, which is great. And I love how it's very easy. It's very comfortable to hold. And it does dry matte as well. So I'll just kind of show you here how this goes on. But as you can see, you're able to get a very precise, thin line. I really like this one, and you can't beat it for the value. The next item is from NYX, and this is my matte liquid liner. I use this thing all the time. So the LA Colors one does dry matte, but I feel like this one is so dark and also like the most matte. I mean, I don't want to say drying because it's not drying on your eye, but it looks when it dries, it is just so matte, like no reflection at all. And this has actually been compared as a great dupe for the Makeup Forever liquid liner. I do not own that one, so I can't really say personally, but just in case you are looking for a low-cost option to that one, I've heard this one is like spot on. And mine, for whatever reason, like when I put the cap on, it did kind of break here, so just be careful that you're not twisting it so much because I did snap mine. But this is just a great matte liquid liner, and I have this again just in the black shade. It is a brush tip as well, so I will just show you how this goes on. Again, very dark, very precise, and like I said, if you love matte liquid liners, this one is amazing. Almost dry, but as you can see, there pretty much is no shine left. It's completely matte, completely opaque. These are very similar, but I think this one, like if you for sure don't want any messing around and you just want it to be matte, this one is great. Next up are more of like your pen type liquid liners, and these are what I would recommend if you are brand new to liquid liner, because I just think that they're so easy. Not that the other ones aren't easy to work with, but these are exactly just like taking a pen across your eye or a marker. So this one is from Milani, and this is the iTech Extreme liquid liner, just in the black shade. And this actually is a felt tip, so it just kind of is your preference if you like a felt tip or a brush tip. I like either one, to be honest. I don't really have a for sure preference. So just a side note too, when you store these, it can be tempting to store them upside down, but I actually just like to store them flat. I think that it just keeps the right amount of product, that when you open it you don't have this like explosion of product. So I'll just show you how this one goes on. And also, the nice thing about the felt is, I don't know if you could see how it went on, I'll kind of come up here a little bit closer, is that it does, you know, bend with your eye, which I really like. Again, this one is very matte, very opaque, long lasting, and it's just easy to work with. So really like this one. Another one that's a little bit maybe more widely available, Milani sometimes doesn't always have the biggest collection, and it's not everywhere. Physicians Formula has their new eye booster pen, and I am in love with this thing. It is called an eye booster because it's supposed to be a 2-in-1 lash boosting eyeliner and serum. Now, I have been using this for a couple of weeks. I wouldn't say that I noticed a huge difference in the length of my lashes or, you know, the quality of my lashes, but as far as being an eyeliner, it's fantastic. So if you are brand new to liquid liners or you just need something that's going to be easy and quick, this is my recommendation. It's one of those where it looks like a felt tip because all the bristles, they come to a perfect point. They never, you know, have like a stray one that goes the opposite direction or anything. They all stay so tightly together, which enables them to be able to blend, or excuse me, bend, so they can fit your eye perfectly. So I'll show you what this one does. Very precise. And I also like this too, where you can have like, you can use just the tip of the brush, but you can also just lay it down along your lashes. So this is the one that I'm going to use on my eyes today. I'm just going to show you how I like to apply it, but it really does just glide on, and it's just, it's so easy. So I love this one. Okay, so I brought you guys in nice and close, that way then you can see how this one goes on. So I'm just going to line my upper lash line. Again, it's so simple using these products. All of them are easy to work with, but I just feel like if you're looking for super simple, like first time liquid liner, the pen forms are very easy to use. So the next format of eyeliner are gel liners. Now, I don't use these as much as I used to. I used to use these quite a bit. So in case you're interested in gel liners are great because you get the same intensity as you would with a liquid liner. A little bit easier to work with in that it's a gel, so you don't have to worry, you know, about it splattering. So two that I like, this one is from Essence. This is their gel liner in Midnight in Paris. Super dark black, and as you can see, I've used a lot of this. Like I said, I used to use these all the time. I would use either my Real Techniques, what is this brush called? This is their silicone liner brush. So as you can see, it just has a little silicone tip here, which is kind of nice because you never have to worry about the bristles getting messed up when you store it or anything. And I would just dip this, you know, directly into this little pot here. And surprisingly, I know this one is not, you know, super new or anything. It's definitely old, but it still has give to it, and I would still feel comfortable using this. And then I would just guide this, you know, along my lashes here. So I already had that other one on, but just to kind of show you how you would apply it, it would just be something like that. So I really like this one. And then also, since Essence isn't in every store, I also like the Maybelline Eye Studio one that just looks like this, and this is in Blackest Black. Again, I've used quite a bit of this one as well. So really intense, and sometimes I like, you know, to make a wing with this. It can be even a little bit more precise. I also like to use this e.l.f. small angled brush as well, just to lay it across there, and I also like to just be able to smudge this underneath. Next up are pencil liners, which I feel like are the most popular format of eyeliner, and I love my pencil liner so much. So a couple of them that I love, this one is the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny, and this thing is so great if you do any sort of tight lining because it is so precise, and it is retractable, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. It's nice and small. It looks like that they just took the Define Brow, if you remember that, or maybe you still use Define Brow, and they put it in an eyeliner form, which is great. It's just, it's so slim, it's so skinny. It is a gel pencil, and I have this one in Defining Black, so just to kind of show you. Very dark. You know, it's definitely called Master Skinny for a reason, and it stays a really long time in the waterline, and also, like I said, with tight lining. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. This just adds a nice little bit of intensity underneath the lashes, and this is also a great option to do for a daytime look if you don't want to do, you know, upper lash line eyeliner. You can do a tight line instead, which just adds just a little bit of subtle intensity as well. So I'm just going to pull up my lashes here and tight line a little bit. Again, if you like wearing, you know, dark eyeliner in your waterline, this is a great one too, because it's so small, so easy to work with. Really like this one. As far as just traditional pencils go that I like, I really enjoy. These are from Physicians Formula. These came in the Warm Nude Eyes Trio. I know they have a couple different trios, so if you don't really like browns, you want more blacks, grays, that sort of thing, they have another one for that, and maybe even one that has more of like jewel tones as well. They go on smooth. This one came with a black one. I of course ran out of that one first. This one is gone, and now I'm just left with the lightest one. This one is perfect though for a daytime use. You do have a little bit of shimmer, but it is not intense, and no one would be able to detect it. And these are just retractable, so no need to sharpen them. Just to show you how this goes on. They're great colors. They're not irritating to the eyes, and I just like these. I think that they work really well, and it's nice to get a package of 3 too, because it's really pretty to kind of mix them. Also, like I said, the black is great for nighttime. These are great for daytime work looks, things like that. The next ones that I have are my gel liners. So I have 2 of them that are from Maybelline. They call these their waterproof gel pencils. Almay has one that's the exact same. This is Almay Intense Eye Color Gel Smooth Liners. I don't know why I haven't really had many gel liners, but these are so great. They're so smooth. So I have a brown and a green, and then Maybelline just to show you here. So this one is in Glazed Toffee, and I'm barely just touching, and it's just so creamy. Such an easy, way to apply it. So if you still like a pencil liner but you don't like any drag, none of these have any pull that I'm showing you, but these especially, they just glide on. It's so smooth. And then I have this green one in Glossy Emerald. Again, just barely pressing. It's crazy. Great pigmentation. And sometimes, when liners go on and they go on this slick, you almost kind of wonder, well, are they just gonna melt off my eyes? Are they gonna stay on? And these do stay a really long time, so you don't have to worry about that, and they stay true to their color. And this one from Almay is just in basic black. So super smooth, super creamy. This is the one that I'm gonna use for today, and I'm just gonna use that underneath here as my lower lash line liner. I'm going to use a little bit of this brown here just to mix it, make it a little bit more of a smoky look. And the last pencil I'm going to talk about is a nude eyeliner pencil. I think a lot of people think, well, why do they even make nude eyeliners? Because this is the whole point, adding definition. They're not even going to show up on your skin. But I love putting these in my waterline. This is like a must-do for me. I know it kind of just depends on how comfortable you are with your eyes. Same thing with doing the tight lining, and then in the waterline, it just kind of depends, on your eyes. But this is something that I absolutely love doing. It was kind of a trick that I learned from being on stage to just help you look awake and help your eyes look nice and white. And now I do it almost every single day. It just makes it, if you didn't get a lot of sleep, this is a perfect way to hide it. It's also great if you have any sort of redness, just to cover that up. And then, of course, just to make your eyes, keep them from getting too closed in if you're using a lot of dark eyeliner. So I use this one from Rimmel. This is in the nude, and it's a retractable one as well. And I just pop that right in my waterline. This is the only eyeliner that I use. I know you guys have seen me use like jumbo shadow sticks in there as well, but as far as eyeliner, this is the one that I use. And they do have like a white eyeliner that you can get as well. I just think that using a fleshy skin tone one looks a little bit more natural, especially if you're using this for daytime use. And it's one thing if you're going to be on stage, white might work. I feel like for everyday use, and even if you're going to be on stage, just using a nude shade is just a little bit more natural, and not so, for the person that's talking to you, they're not like something crazy is going on with her eyes. So I really like this one. It's just a nice nude natural shade. So those are just some of my favorite eyeliners. I really tried to be selective and just pull out the ones that I absolutely love. There were of course other ones that I could have put in this video. I really just wanted to stick to the ones that I felt were truly just a step above the rest. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!